guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Nick Knack, hanging out with you guys tonight. And hey, you guys ready to check out how I've completely undermined my future financial security by buying more useless, senseless plastic shit?
Nick Knack's Plastic Planet. With your host, it's Nick Knack!
Welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Nick Knack. As I said just before that brief little tiny introduction segue, got a couple things to show off to you guys tonight. Really kind of a quick video, but a little bit of a showcase, so to speak, of what I have been up to from at least from a collector's standpoint over the last, I'd say about 2 to 3 weeks maybe. I hope you guys did enjoy those part 1 and part 2 of my archive room tours. I laid down last week for you guys. If you guys haven't checked out those 2 videos, do go back and check those out. They are rather lengthy. I do apologize for the length of those videos, but you know what, there's a lot of really good shit to show off down here, so you know what are you going to do, right? So without further ado though, let's get right into what I have been buying. And the first thing on my list is something I did show off in part 2 of my toy archive room tour video. It was something I bought off eBay. And have you ever just gone on eBay and kind of been a dumbass? You see something you kind of like or you really like, and you put a bid on it and you don't really expect to win it, and the bid's a little high. It's a little more than what you'd honestly be comfortable paying, but you kind of got this competitive juice going on there. You're kind of in the moment. You're lost in that moment. You just got tunnel vision, just complete tunnel vision, like you're a little choo-choo train going through a dark tunnel, and all you're seeing is that particular item right there in front of you on the computer screen, and you just keep bidding up just a little bit, and you're kind of thinking, I'm just gonna kind of screw someone over here who really wants this thing. They're gonna keep bidding and bidding and bidding, and eventually, I'm not gonna win this thing. Someone's gonna ninja it at the end, at the last second. So I paid $240 for these 2 Transformer third-party figures combined. That was with shipping. I felt like it was an okay deal, even though they didn't even come with their original packaging, which was sort of a bummer. But anyway, here they are. I got the third-party Fanstoys Koot, aka Cup. Since it wasn't brand new in package, the seller had already put an Autobot symbol on him. But yeah, he's looking really, really nice. That's a great looking figure. A really nice representation of Cup from the 1986 Transformers the movie, or the 1987 season 3 of Transformers the TV show. It also came with his respective Target Master figure as well. Here he is right here. And again, you know what? If you're watching my videos, you just happen to stumble on this video and you hear me talking about Transformers here, I do not tend to transform my masterpiece Transformers because it's just such a pain in the ass. And like I said, this was a singular investment, personal investment of mine, $240. And I don't want to risk damaging these guys by trying to transform them. So anyway, here is the Target Master that came with Cup. It's rather nice size little guy, little Target Master figure. So he's really cool. If I can get him to stand for you guys, I'll just kind of scan back just a little bit. I'm trying a little new filming technique this week. Just for shits and giggles, I'm using a tripod as opposed to actually holding the camera. So this might feel a little more static than usual, but I'm kind of trying to keep the shaky camera to a minimum. Sometimes this camera, when it gets this particular, I actually film with my Galaxy S9, which is a really great camera. Has a really great. This phone has a really great camera on it, but it does tend to shift in and out of focus when it's being knocked around, and that can make for some crappy YouTube once I get it rendered up. So anyway, so he came with his Target Master, which is really cool. He also came with another face sculpt, which I guess is kind of a pain in the ass to put on, so I'm not going to do it. But he comes with this second face sculpt. If I can get the camera to focus in on that, and it looks like he's got a little cigar in his mouth there. So if the camera will focus for us. Oh, there it is. Well, anyway, you get the gist. So yeah, he's really cool. Very, very cool piece. So there is Koot, or Cup, I should say. And then I got this awesome another piece. This is another third-party Transformer. This is from a company called, I don't even know. This is so cool. This is the KFC Transistor, and by KFC they literally mean KFC. Look at the logo on this thing. If I can get that to focus in, that is absolutely cool. Keith's Fantasy Club. So Transistor, that is the name of this. Of course, you know him better as Blaster. This is Blaster blasting at you. So he is really, really freaking cool. He's got one blaster in his hand, or gun, I should say, and he comes with a second one as well. In addition, he comes with an additional face sculpt. I have the more traditional animated cartoon face sculpt on Blaster, or KFC Transistor. He does come with the comic book version that you may recall if you read any Transformer comics in the 1980s. If I can get this guy to zoom in for you guys, there he is. There is that comic book face sculpt. If you read the original Marvel comics from back in the day, or the UK comic, Transformer comic, this is probably the Blaster you'd recognize from that. So that is really, really freaking cool. And then he also came with a couple other little pieces and parts. He came with these little blasters that you can, these little sound stereo blasters that you can put on his hands. And so, like, I think that's a scene right out of the cartoon when he's dueling with Soundwave, I think, in the later season 2 of the original Transformers animated series from the G1, of course, from 1985. So that is really, really, really freaking cool. And he also has a cassette tape in here, which does transform. And I've transformed him once already, and it's not really anything to write home about, so I'm gonna kind of skip that today. But anyway, there is the cassette, the Autobot cassette he comes with. It's one of the robot ones. I can't remember what his name is. It's not like the Rhino or the Lion, and those names are drawing a blank with me right now. But anyway, these are really, really freaking cool figures. Probably paid a little more than I wanted to for them, but again, pretty happy with them. They're looking really, really freaking sweet. So yeah, that was, I did the expensive one first today. The expensive pickup first. Let's go to some of my more mass retail pickups. Right now, I got some Black Series for you guys, some Star Wars Black Series, and some NECA. So let's get to those right now. Alrighty, so what other little mass retail goodies have I picked up in the last couple weeks? Well, I did pick up two Black Series Star Wars Hasbro Black Series figures. The first of which is this Luke Skywalker. I'm really excited to get him. Well, kind of excited. I actually passed on him once and then finally got him the second time around. That is a Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper gear. It's obviously, he's been run through the trash compactor where he actually has sculpted wet hair, which is kind of cool. It'd be even cooler if they, let's get him out. We'll check it out. I can't say for sure at this point, but it'd actually kind of cool if they put some little gross little, like trash compactor chunks in his hair or something like that. That would be really, really cool. I doubt we'll get that authentic, but it looks really, really cool. So we're going to get him out for you guys in just a second. Incidentally enough, I found him when I was looking, and I don't know if you guys have had luck finding these. I have had zero luck. I have been frequenting my targets trying to find them. The retro figures, the vintage retro figures on card, like some of the original 12-back Star Wars figures. They have re-released retro toys. They are showing up in the men's department, and when I mean the men's department, I mean the men's clothing department at Target stores underneath Father's Day end caps. This is where I found this guy, but I was looking for some retro toys, some vintage card-backed Star Wars Kenner action figures when I found him. I have not found those damn things yet. You know what? I really would love to get my hands on a couple of them, if not all of them. They're retailing at a very reasonable $9.99, and that's really freaking awesome. I would love to get those. But I almost kind of feel like I would literally need to crawl under that end cap and sleep there and wait for them to restock, because I think that those things are going to be damn near impossible. Talk about scalper bait. You've got vintage figures on card, they're reproductions, but still amazing. So I really would love to get my hands on those. Let me know in the comments section below if you have been fortunate enough to scrounge up, I believe they're Target exclusives, those retro vintage Kenner cardback original 12 Star Wars figures: Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Stormtrooper, I believe Han Solo, and Darth Vader, I think, are in that way. There also is a board game of the original Escape from the Death Star with Grand Moff Tarkin. I have seen that one several times. but I don't really have a lot of interest in that one because not that a vintage style Tarkin isn't cool. It's just not really my bag because it really wasn't a real vintage figure from back in the day. So anyway, let me know again in the comment section if you have managed to fire any of those up. I would really love to know where, not where, obviously you found them at Target, but how lucky you were and which ones you managed to find. So let me know if you found them, if you've had any luck on that front. The second figure I fired up, I got actually last night at my Walmart store, and Walmart has had their Black Series figures marked down almost permanently, at least in my neck of the woods, which is Denver, Colorado, to a very reasonable $14.99, as opposed to the normal $20 or $19.99 price point. And so I did find Padme Amidala, so I fired up her. You're not going to really, this is just not doing justice here. So we'll get her out of the package for you guys. Very excited to get her. As I mentioned in my room tour video, my part one of my room tour video, when I was showing off my Black Series figures, I've always kind of wanted to get a more representation of Padme Amidala from episode from the prequel trilogy in my collection. I don't have a lot of representation of her in, at least, and certainly not in the premium realm. I don't have any Gentle Giants of her. I don't have any Sideshow figures. I think, Sideshow only did the one Padme figure, which was famously known as the Snow Bunny Padme from the Ilum the original Clone Wars series, not the one that you probably know of from just a few years back, from the Jendy Turkowski, I think I'm pronouncing that right, from his Clone Wars series, which aired in the interim years between Episode 2 and Episode 3. There is a scene on Ilum, which is the place where if you're a Star Wars geek, you would know that where the Jedi Knights, or the Jedi Order, tended to mine most of their kyber crystals from. The planet Ilum. It's a snow world, and there was a scene in which Padme and Yoda ventured there on a journey or on an expedition, and she wore this little snow bunny outfit. And so Sideshow Collectibles did a figure of her several years back, and I think that is really outside of maybe some Padme versus the Nexu, which was a diorama piece that Sideshow Collectibles also did. I don't have either one of those, so I would love to get some more Padme Amidala representation in my collection. Outside of standard 3 3/4 inch figures, which I do have several of hers, but I'd like to get some more. So anyway, this is a great find. I like this rendition of her from Episode 2 from Geonosis. So really freaking cool. So picked her up. So let's get those two out of the box for you guys, and I'll show you guys those right now. Let's get some close-ups.
They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them.
Alrighty, so first up is Padme Amidala from Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And this is actually a really fantastic Black Series figure. You know what, guys? I have been very critical of Hasbro on this channel in the past, with their price points and, quite frankly, their quality control over the last several years. But this figure is really good. Now, does she stand for shit? No, she will not stand for shit. Now, this table maybe isn't a fair example because it's kind of got this, this weird, funky surface going on here, where it's kind of like plastic, like raised plastic. So it's kind of feels like an old 80s puffy sticker sort of. So that's not really quite fair. But even on a smooth surface, I just don't think she's going to stand real well for you. So I had her leaning up against my Plastic Planet marquee here. But nevertheless, you know what? If you can get past that, get her leaning up against something. Look at that. I know they've been using that face scanning technology, but that really does. I mean, for a $14 figure, we're not talking about a Hot Toys here, guys. We're talking about chintzy chintz, Hasbro from the toy section in Walmart figure. Look at that face sculpt. That is really almost, like I said, for the price, that is like dead on. I mean, they even kind of get her little mole there on her cheek. Little Natalie Portman action there for you. Looking really good. Now, she does come with a couple accessories. She comes with a little Naboo blaster, which I've holstered here. She comes with her little Naboo, cute little Naboo blaster, which I put in her holster. And it holsters real nice, so that's really cool. And then she comes with she came with a smaller pistol gripping hand here that I've removed, and a more wider grasping hand to hold this battle droid rifle, which is more badass in my opinion, and something she actually did use in the film. So looking really cool. Again, it's just like the body type has, a lot of articulation on it. I'm not going to go in there do the ins and outs of how articulated this figure is. You can kind of see that for yourself. I don't want to monkey with it too much, but yeah, absolutely gorgeous looking action figure, I gotta say. Yeah, I really dig this one a lot. Looking really nice. Give me a little 360 there. They really kind of nailed down, they even kind of nailed down her hairstyle from that scene, which was really a funky hairstyle with this like coiling weird like snake braid she had in this. I don't know if you guys remember the 12-inch that Hasbro came out with back in 2002 for this rendition of her. It was the worst character ever. It literally looked like she had like freaking snakes in her hair when they tried to copy that. But yeah, this figure looks fantastic. This might be, I dare I say, this is probably the best Padme ever. This is really awesome. So yeah, this is absolutely awesome. I don't make any qualms about it. I'm a prequel lover. The Plastic Planet is a prequel friendly zone, and this figure is awesome. So she is a welcome addition to the Plastic Planet. Now I know, hey, it's not Mother's Day. We're a couple weeks too late on that, but it's sort of a mother-son theme going on here. Here's Luke Skywalker in Stormtrooper gear, and this is different. This is actually different. It kind of came with a stand. I've never seen that before. A little transparent stand. It looks like you just kind of insert like one. If I'm looking at it right, you just kind of insert one of the feet into it, and he should stand pretty damn well. I can get that. See, yeah, it looks really good. Again, I don't know if they use that face scanning technology, but the face sculpt looks pretty damn good. I do like, if you look at the skin tone a little bit on him, it kind of has like a, it kind of has a shimmer to it, or a glossiness to it, almost like, like his face is damp or wet. Of course, his hair is all slicked back because he got the Dianoga in the garbage, the trash compactor had just gotten a hold of him, and his Stormtrooper armor is adequately messed up and weathered from that scene. He does this little tiny communicator here that he obviously calls C-3PO and R2-D2 on, does disattach, or it comes unattached. So I did attach it to his belt, so that way I won't lose it. Otherwise, I will lose it. The helmet itself, you never actually see the helmet after he rescues Princess Leia, but the helmet itself is also really weathered, but looks really good. We can get a close-up of that, so that looks really good. The paint apps on this are really good. The figure has some really nice articulation. Again, I gotta tell you guys, I've not been a fan of the Black Series, and I don't think the lack of presence on this channel is sort of definitely a statement to that over the years. I have not been a fan of the Black Series at all, but these two figures, wow, I mean, they're really good, and they don't look that great in the packaging, in my opinion. I was sort of reluctant to buy either of them. I bought the Padme because she was $14. I bought him because, I thought, this is a figure that I probably will want down the road. I'm such a big Luke Skywalker fan, as you guys all know. But yeah, looking really fantastic. Again, let me show you that Padme figure one more time. Damn, I mean, she just looks fan-frickin-tastic. I'm a big fan of Natalie Portman. If you ever see her in Black Swan, which I believe she won an Oscar for, absolutely awesome movie. It's very we're not talking geek culture here, but we're kind of taking a transition there in our alternate route, but she was really good in that movie. So yeah, no, absolutely fantastic, absolutely beautiful figure. So there we go. Damn, still doesn't stand for shit though. Alrighty, so what other little gems have I fired up? Well, just really one more. This is kind of a short video today, which is probably a good thing. I don't normally buy NECA figures, guys. I walk by the NECA section in Target all the time. They do have a very good selection of NECA figures there. And NECA makes a good product. I won't disagree with that one bit. But it's still just not something that's usually on my radar. But this guy just did kind of pique my interest. This is a fantastic Godzilla figure from NECA. It's beautiful looking. It's very, it is very Toho-esque as far as Godzilla goes. I am very much a fan of the classic Japanese Toho Godzilla. Not the weird ass, 1998 Matthew Broderick iguana ass looking Godzilla, or even the more modern 2014, Hollywood Godzilla films where he looks, quite frankly, he looks like Godzilla in those movies looks like me after a weekend bender of pizza, wings, and Twinkies. You guys know what I'm saying. But this Godzilla is freaking awesome. This is from King Kong vs. Godzilla, which was a Toho film. And this guy looks absolutely awesome. The box art's really fun. You know, I'm just going to throw it away. But the box art's really fun. So let's get a closer look at the box, and then I'll get the figure out for you guys to check out. See if this is worth your $23, which is what I paid for him. And he is available at Target right now over in the movie Blu-ray, media section. Yeah, so let's take a look at him right now. Alrighty, so here is the exterior of the box, and it's very beautiful looking. I actually haven't seen this particular movie. I might have to put this on my viewing list at some future date. I have seen a lot of these Toho Godzilla movies. I've actually put them on television myself for my own job. For my 9 to 5, I do schedule movies for a living. But yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful looking figure, or at least box, and the figure itself just looks really, really freaking fun. Look at that. I love the yellow eyes there. They really freaking nailed it. He comes with a little bit of his fire breath there, which is really, really fun. One thing though with Neca that's always kind of put me off over the years is that Neca, sometimes I have felt in the past that they as far as their quality control goes on certain items, they kind of feel like collectors are going to keep this shit in the box, and so once you take it out, it either won't stand right, or it breaks really easy. My Superman Christopher Reeve Neca figure broke the first time I ever tried to pose him at all. I guess you have to really warm those joints up, which is just sort of ridiculous that you should have to do that. There should be some quality control standards. I know that they have, Neca has tried to make amends, and I know other people have raved about Neca's customer service. I haven't experienced that firsthand because I've never tried to contact them, but nevertheless, hope I'm not disappointed once I take this guy out, but we are going to take him out. I love this box art. Look at that. Look at that. That is just so cool. That is freaking awesome. All right, let's get Godzilla out right now. Alrighty, so I've taken him out of the box here, and as you can see, he's still in his plastic clamshell. There are some twist ties in here, and we're going to cut around right now with a good sharp pair of scissors, being very careful not to actually hurt the figure itself. Gonna just kind of try to snip him away here. Nice sharp pair of scissors. Should work. Come on, you bastard. Come on, you son of a bitch. Ah! Hang on, look at that. It's almost like wire. Look at that. That is some tough-ass shit there. What the hell? Hang on a second. Alrighty, so here's this awesome giant lizard, and yes, I did carefully remove him from his clamshell. That was a two-handed job there, with the scissors. I had to kind of get the meat of the scissors on those twist ties they had in there. I guess I could have maybe tried to untie them, but that would, So anyway, here we are. He's all set up here. We're going to get him all set up for you guys right now. The tail obviously comes disattached, so it'll fit inside of the packaging. Like most times whenever you buy a Godzilla or a dinosaur figure, that is usually the case. Any kind of like theropod-esque dinosaur figure, that we usually always have to attach the tail. And then of course here is his fire breathing, or like fire breath or whatever, steam breath or whatever. So there is that. So let's get him all set up. I'm gonna pop that tail on for you guys right now. Hopefully this won't be a big deal, but let's see if we can do that. Looks, it's got a nice ball joint in there. Should just pop right in there, real easy. Let's hope I don't break it. So it does have some articulation in there, so this tail will be able to kind of swing around. Let's see if I can pop it in there real easy. Come on, you whore, get in there. It's gonna go, or it's gonna break, one of the two. Crap, do I need to heat this up? I might need to heat this up. That sucks. Hang on. Alrighty, so I didn't have to heat it up. It was just kind of a two-handed operation. But here he is, all set up for you guys. And what an awesome looking Godzilla figure this is. I mean, there's a ton of articulation. You can see the joints for yourself here. But, the joints are there. He's got a ton of articulation, but not at the expense of a good-looking action figure. These seams are they're visible, but they aren't too bad. I mean, honestly, it really kind of looks like a dude in a lizard suit, doesn't it? Which is what Toho Godzilla is. It's a dude in a lizard suit. So, we're not going for like uber, realism here. We're just going for film accuracy, which is exactly what this thing represents. There's a ton of articulation back here in the tail, as you can see. So you can kind of get this guy in a lot of different poses. Again, it's Neca, so you might want to be kind of careful. You don't want to be too manhandly with him. I'm not going to try to get him in any kind of kung fu stances or anything like that. But yeah, it just really, really encapsulates that awesome camp that is Toho Godzilla, which is Godzilla at its best, in my opinion. Now here is his steam or fire breath. It does just seem to kind of fit right in there really easy. At least I had it in there before. There it goes. Just kind of pops right in there. So you guys can kind of see that. Okay, that's a terrible Godzilla, but it still looks really, really good. I don't know if I'm going to display him with this or not, but God, he looks good. I'm really, really excited. I'm really glad I picked this figure up. Looks really, really freaking good. I love this figure. What do you guys think? I'm digging it a lot. Again, I really love the yellow eyes. They just kind of really stare you down there. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. This is fantastic. I'm really digging him a lot. Again, the mouth closes, opens. There's a lot of articulation in the neck. I'm not going to get into the nuts and bolts of this too much. You guys can see for yourself. Again, you got to kind of be careful how you manipulate him. You don't want to be too manhandly, but still, really, really freaking awesome. Really, really glad I picked this one up. $23, well worth it. I'd spend $40 on this guy. So I almost feel like I stole half of it, you know. And that's always good. You know, that's a great thing. When you get a figure and you just get it home and you feel like you got your money's worth, and that's exactly what I feel with this particular piece, as well as Padme. So looking really good. These two can strike a pose together and get her to stand. She still didn't stand for shit. So yeah, what a great haul. Great haul. Alrighty guys, well I'm cracking open a Miller Lite and having a toast to this incredibly awesome toy haul you guys see right before you. I think this is a pretty damn good haul for the last couple. I'd say this probably represents the last month of collecting. Although there is one notable item that is missing, and I teased this a while back. I still have a Hot Toys figure I gotta show up to you guys. I haven't even opened the damn thing. Had it for 3 weeks sitting up there upstairs in the main Plastic Planet display room, and I haven't even opened the damn thing. It's still sitting in its shipper. What's up with that? So, everywhere you look for that video, I'm going to probably try to drop that this week. Try to get that video up for you guys. Hell, I just want to get the damn thing out of the box. It's like I buy things now and I kind of have to wait to really enjoy them until after I talk about them on the channel, which is sort of a buzzkill in some respects. But it's one of the teeny tiny weeny little sacrifices I make for you guys out there, because I do love my subscribers and my viewers right here on the Plastic Planet. Like I said, guys, well, hey, that's going to wrap things up for this week. And I do hope you've enjoyed this showcase of this awesome little toy haul that I got in the last couple weeks. I really do dig it, if you guys can't tell. And hey, if you dig this kind of content and you're just finding this channel for the first time, or if you've been watching me forever and you just haven't committed, click that subscribe button, damn it. Takes just a second. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to show up at your house and ask to use your toilet. It's really not a commitment at all. It's like you'll get so much because you'll know when a Plastic Planet video drops. You'll help me out with that pesky YouTube algorithm that I just can't quite figure out. I mean, seriously, that YouTube algorithm is like a 16-year-old trying to find the clitoris. It's a freaking mystery, guys, so help me out on this one, alright? Alright, guys. Well, hey, like I always like to say, guys, life is so very, very, very short. We're only here for a little bit, so, enjoy yourselves, guys. You can't take all that money with you to heaven, or wherever you think you're going when you die, so you might as well spend it on some plastic shit while you're here. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Alright guys, till next time. And I'll be coming at you guys real soon. I'm gonna try to drop another video for that Hot Toys figure. I actually have another Hot Toys figure coming. It's like 2 to review in the next couple weeks, which is really awesome because I haven't had a lot of Hot Toy representation on the Plastic Planet as of late. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good thing. Alright guys, till next time. Later. Love you. Bye.